1. Mark this specific date in your mind and spirit, December 28th. This is not merely another day that will pass and fade into the forgotten pages of a calendar. It is a portal. It is a moment forged in time, carrying a specific vibration that is already resonating with the deepest truth of your being. Can you feel it? It is a subtle hum in the atmosphere, an irrefutable call to ascend, to go beyond the plateaus you have known for years, and to embrace a dimension of existence that, until now, seemed unreachable. This moment was carved by destiny itself, to whisper to your spirit, to awaken the dormant memory of who you truly are and where you are being guided. Perhaps you already feel the awakening. A tug at your soul, a gentle push announcing that change is not just near, but unfolding right now. The higher path is no longer a distant vision on the horizon. It is here, waiting for your steps. This message comes to you as an urgent revelation, a divine reminder that you were not created to dwell in the shadows of limitation or the valleys of mediocrity. You were chosen to rise, to be a lighthouse where darkness thought it had control, to be a voice that simply cannot be silenced. December 28th serves as a marker, a turning point where the energy around you will begin to align with the undeniable truth that you were destined for so much more. Prepare yourself for a spiritual and material ascension without precedent, a breakthrough so profound that it will redefine your path and unveil your true potential. If you are ready to expand your awareness and walk this path of high destiny, I invite you to subscribe to the channel now and join us on this journey of awakening. Chosen one, this ascension is not about ego, vanity, or hollow ambition. It is about the unfolding of your greater purpose. You have traversed valleys that tried to keep you small. You have faced storms that commanded you to give up. You have carried weights that no one else even saw, burdens that would have crushed a lesser spirit. And yet you kept walking. Those experiences were not in vain. Each trial refined you like gold in a furnace. Each setback shaped your spirit. Each delay carved patience into your heart. And now, the climb is before you. December 28th does not promise that life will suddenly become effortless, but it reveals the undeniable truth that you will not stay where you were. You are being lifted, and as you ascend, the very atmosphere around you will begin to shift. People will look and wonder how you kept going, how you survived what should have broken you, and the answer will be simple: because you were chosen, and the chosen always rise. Before we go deeper into the mechanics of this shift, pause with me. Breathe deeply and acknowledge that you are not hearing these words by accident. This is your moment to set an intention, to open yourself fully to what awaits. I ask that you release your warmest desires, the blessings you aim for, not just for yourself, but for those you love. Seal them with the sacred number 7. In the comments below, declare your readiness by typing the number 77. By doing so, you are not just typing digits. You are aligning with the current of celestial rhythm. You are putting your words into motion, sending them out with a force that echoes far beyond your screen. Let this be your declaration that you are ready to climb higher, that you trust the invisible, and that you believe in the power moving in your favor. Do this with boldness, for what you ask for is already on its way. Do not think for a moment that your ascension is solely for personal gain. It is about impact. As you are lifted, others will be inspired. As you move higher, you will illuminate paths that others thought were closed forever. The favor that surrounds you will not be hidden. It will spill over into the lives of those who cross your path. You are not rising just for yourself. You are rising for your family, for the generations that will come after you, for the people who will never know your name, but will be touched by the ripple effect of your courage. This is the kind of ascension that rewrites legacies, the kind that transforms entire atmospheres, the kind that breaks chains no one else dared to confront. Your elevation is a testimony, and December 28th is the trumpet blast that declares it. You may have thought time was running out, that opportunities had passed you by, But destiny is never late. It is always on time. What seemed like a delay was, in truth, preparation. The chapter that is about to unfold requires a strength you would not have possessed had you risen sooner. Your ascension is not random. It is measured. It is divine. It is exact. This is why you could not be ignored, why the doors that were shut could not remain locked forever. You carry a calling that demands elevation, and nothing on earth can deny it. There will be those who do not understand. There will be those who question why you or why now. But their doubt is not your concern. Your task is only to keep moving, to keep climbing higher, even when the air feels thinner, even when the ascent demands more of you. Because every step takes you closer to the version of yourself that the universe has been molding all along. The distractions, the criticisms, the betrayals, none of them can weigh you down anymore. They were never stronger than the force within you. They were just noise, and noise cannot drown out destiny. Now consider the signs that have been manifesting in your life recently. Have you felt a strange restlessness, a sense that the clothes of your old life no longer fit? This is the friction of growth. December 28th is not just a date on a calendar. It is a reminder that ascension cannot be stopped. Look around you. The signs are already appearing. The closure of old doors that no longer serve you, the sudden clarity about who belongs on your journey and who must be left behind. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The universe is clearing the path, making room for the elevation that is coming. You cannot ascend while holding on to what was meant only for a season. This is why some things had to end, why some connections had to fade, why some chapters had to close abruptly. It was not rejection. It was preparation. You are entering a higher flow, and only what aligns with that flow can go with you. If you have felt this shedding of the old, if you have felt the friction of the new life pressing against the old one, click the like button on this video. Let it be a signal that you recognize the signs and you are accepting the transition. Chosen one, listen to this clearly. Your ascension will not look like anyone else's. Do not compare it. Do not measure it by what others have or where others are. Your journey is unique because your mission is unique. The way you are being lifted is tailored for you alone. This is why some doors that opened for others remained shut for you. It is because you were never meant to walk through them. The ascension prepared for you requires a different timing, a different alignment, a different strength. And when it happens, it will not just be another achievement on paper, it will be a shift in your very atmosphere. It will be undeniable. It will be the kind of ascension that no one can explain, because it will be clear that it was never just by your power. Do not fear the altitude. Do not fear the isolation that sometimes accompanies the climb. Remember, eagles do not fly in flocks. They soar above the noise, carried by currents invisible to others. You too are being carried now, lifted by a powerful hand that will not fail. Trust it. Lean into it. Let this moment remind you that your path is not common, and your outcome will not be common either. December 28th does not promise ease. It promises elevation. And when you look back, you will see that every moment of struggle was worth it, because it brought you here, to this ascension, to this truth. You were never meant to stay down. You were always made to rise higher. You are entering a season where the weight you carried before will feel lighter. Not because the challenges disappear, but because you will be elevated above them. The same struggles that once oppressed you will no longer have the power to define you. They will remain beneath you, reminders of how far you have come, but no longer chains that bind you. This date is not just the arrival of a new day. It is the unfolding of a shift in perspective. The ascension you are stepping into is one where problems do not vanish, but they shrink in the face of your new strength. You will look at the same mountains that once intimidated you and realize they were never immovable. They were waiting for you to discover the wings you carry. Consider the metaphor of the seed. For a seed to grow, it must come completely undone. The shell cracks, the roots push down into the dark soil, and the sprout pushes up against the heavy earth. To the seed, this process feels like destruction. It feels like the end. But in reality, it is the beginning of a life it could never have imagined while trapped inside the shell. You have been in the breaking phase. You have felt the cracking of the shell. But now, you are pushing through the soil. You are reaching for the light. December 28th marks the moment the sprout breaks the surface. If this resonates with your spirit, if you feel the shell cracking to reveal the light, ensure your notifications are turned on. You do not want to miss the guidance that will follow in the coming days. Chosen one, you are not ascending by chance. Every part of your journey has been connected to this elevation. The disappointments, the nights of silence, the prayers that seemed unanswered, all of them added layers to your resilience. You may have thought those seasons were wasted, but nothing was wasted. Each tear watered the soil of your destiny. Each delay strengthened the roots of your patience. And every time you kept walking when you wanted to quit, you blazed a trail through the darkness that others could not see. This is why this ascension is different. It is not fragile. It is not superficial. It is built on endurance, carved in the fire of your persistence, shaped by the storms you survived. And now you will begin to notice the change, not just within yourself, but in the world around you. The atmosphere will respond to your new alignment. Conversations will feel different. The rooms you enter will feel lighter. Opportunities will appear in ways that defy explanation. The same people who once dismissed you will be forced to acknowledge what they can no longer ignore. You are not the same. You have risen. You have accessed a flow that cannot be stopped. Your voice will carry weight, not by volume, but by the authority that comes from alignment with destiny. You will begin to see that elevation is not just internal, it spills over into every corner of your life. But do not mistake this ascension for ease. The climb is always demanding, and the air is thinner at higher altitudes. You may feel moments of solitude. You may notice that fewer people can accompany you the higher you go. This is not punishment, it is purpose. Not everyone can carry the vision you have. Not everyone can breathe the mountain air you are climbing toward. Some were made only to walk with you through the valley, not to stand beside you at the summit. And while this separation may hurt, it is necessary. Your ascension requires focus, and your path requires clarity. Carrying extra weight would only delay your climb. Trust that what has fallen away was never meant to stay. The higher you go, the more you will understand why certain people could not come with you. As you ascend, clarity will sharpen. The noise that once clouded your mind will settle. The confusion that once paralyzed you will begin to dissolve. You will realize that many of the doubts you carried were never yours to begin with. They were projections from people who did not understand your path. But December 28th marks a moment where you reclaim your vision. You begin to trust the voice inside you more than the noise around you. You begin to lean into your own intuition, your own guidance, and you find that it has always been steering you upward. The doubts will still whisper, but their grip will weaken. You will no longer bow to the voices that tried to convince you that you were small, because the ascension has revealed that you were never small. You were always more. Do not underestimate the transformation you are stepping into. You will wake up and notice that the same spaces look different, the same struggles lose their weight, the same questions no longer carry fear. You will find yourself speaking with confidence where you once hesitated, moving with certainty where you once stumbled, deciding with clarity where you once wavered. This is what happens when the chosen ascend. They are not given a new path, but new eyes to see the path clearly. They are not given a new destination, but new strength to finally walk it without fear. There is a profound scientific truth here as well. Neuroplasticity teaches us that the brain is constantly rewiring itself based on focus and repetition. For years, you may have wired yourself for survival, constantly scanning for threats, constantly bracing for impact. But ascension is the rewiring of your mind for thriving. It is the shift from a state of defense to a state of creation. As you embrace the energy of this portal, you are literally changing the neural pathways of your mind. You are teaching your brain that it is safe to succeed, safe to shine, safe to be powerful. This internal shift is the engine of your external reality. December 28th is your reminder that you do not have to be the same tomorrow as you were yesterday. Ascension transforms not just your situation, but your very identity. And yes, there will be resistance. The higher you climb, the harder the winds will push. But remember this, resistance is not a sign that you are failing. It is proof that you are ascending. The air is always stronger at higher altitudes. Storms always try to shake what is rising. But storms do not break the chosen. They forge them. And so, when you feel the winds, when you face the resistance, remember, it is confirmation. It is evidence that you are being lifted. The storm is not working against you. It is pushing you into alignment with the heights you are destined to reach. Take a moment to share your experience in the comments. Have you felt the winds of resistance lately? Write, "I am forging my wings," to declare that you are using the resistance to fly higher. Chosen one, this ascension is not to be hidden. Do not dim it to make others feel comfortable. Do not shrink to fit in places you have outgrown. The light you are stepping into was never meant to be covered. Let it shine boldly. Let it radiate fully, because your ascension is not just for your benefit. It is for every person who has been waiting for a sign that rising is possible. When they see you, they will see hope. When they hear you, they will hear possibility. When they witness your transformation, they will be reminded that theirs is possible too. This is how the chosen change the world, not by forcing, but by ascending, by simply becoming what they were always meant to be. Your ascension will also expose the things that were never truly for you. Old patterns will break. Habits that drained you will lose their grip. Relationships that pulled you down will no longer attract your spirit. The higher you climb, the more clearly you will see what belongs and what does not. And while letting go can be painful, it will also be liberating. Because the chosen cannot carry what was meant for old versions of themselves. You are not the same person you were last month, last year, or even yesterday. Ascension demands a new identity, a new mindset, a new energy. And when you accept this, when you stop fighting the change and embrace the transformation, you will feel the freedom of wings that have always been there, but were waiting to be spread. Remember this, ascension is not an event. It is a process. December 28th is a marker, yes, but it is also an invitation. It calls you higher, but it also reminds you that this climb is continuous. Every step is a choice to believe in your destiny more than your doubts, to trust the current that pulls you up more than the weight that tries to drag you down. Not everything will happen at once, but it will happen steadily, surely, undeniably. And one day soon, you will look around and realize you are no longer where you used to be. The old fears will seem small, the old struggles will seem distant, and the old you will be unrecognizable. Because you did not just survive, you ascended. As you rise higher, chosen one, you will begin to understand why so much of your past felt heavy, complicated, or unfair. Those moments were not placed in your path to break you. They were carving you for the elevation you are entering now. Diamonds are not formed without pressure, and you have endured a pressure that many would not survive. That pressure polished your resilience, strengthened your vision, and taught you to listen to your inner voice when all other noise tried to drown it out. December 28th is the point where all that inner work begins to reveal its fruits. The hardships of yesterday become the evidence of your endurance today. You ascend not in spite of them, but because of them. You will also notice that with this ascension comes a new sense of responsibility. Being lifted higher is not just about freedom, it is about stewardship. The influence you are stepping into requires you to walk with care, to carry wisdom in your steps, to hold yourself accountable to the call placed on your life. Rising is not a license to drift, it is a call to focus. The platform being given to you is not for vanity, it is for impact. The energy surrounding December 28th is not just about personal breakthroughs, it is about alignment with a purpose greater than yourself. You are entering a role where your presence will inspire others, and that cannot be taken lightly. And yet with all of this, do not forget the joy of ascending. This journey is not meant to be lived with heaviness, but with gratitude. Look at how far you have come, and allow yourself to celebrate the small victories that brought you here. Each one was a step up, even when it didn't look like progress. This ascension is a reminder that you are allowed to smile again, to laugh again, to breathe freely again. Too often the chosen carry the weight of the world without stopping to notice the beauty around them. But as you climb higher, appreciate the view. See the horizon opening before you. Feel the air of freedom that comes with elevation. This is not just a climb, it is an awakening. There will be voices that try to pull you back. Some will criticize you, others will question you, and some will even envy what they cannot understand. Do not let their words become chains. Their doubt does not define your ascension, it only reveals the limits of their vision. Remember, not everyone can comprehend what is happening inside you. Some will see only the surface, but they will not understand the fire that forged you, the storms that refined you, the whispers that guided you in silence. Do not waste your energy defending yourself. Let your ascension speak for you. Let your transformation be the proof that no explanation could ever capture. The truth is, your ascension will make some uncomfortable because it will remind them of the potential they chose to ignore. But do not shrink to ease their discomfort. You were not chosen to stay small. You were not placed here to hide your light. If your rising disturbs those who stay in the shadows, then so be it. Their resistance is not your burden. It is their own reflection. Your task is not to appease. Your task is to ascend. And as you do, you will find others who are also rising. You will connect with those who recognize your journey because they too have faced the climb. Together, you will form connections that cannot be shaken. Bonds rooted not in convenience, but in destiny. And this ascension is not just spiritual or emotional. It will manifest in your reality. Doors that were once closed will begin to open. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will reveal themselves. Resources you did not have before will begin to flow toward you. This is not fantasy. It is the natural result of alignment. When a chosen one ascends, the universe itself reorganizes to support their climb. Time, people, places, everything will move in harmony with your steps. What was once blocked will no longer hold you back. Because you are not just walking, you are ascending, and nothing can stop what was always meant for you on this December 28th and beyond. Imagine a mountain climber who has reached the death zone. That high altitude where the air is scarce and every step requires immense will. He does not stop to argue with the rocks. He does not stop to complain about the cold. He focuses entirely on the next step. His entire existence narrows down to the rhythm of his breath and the placement of his foot. This is your state now. You are in the high country of the spirit. Distractions are dangerous here. You must be singular in your focus. The petty arguments, the old grudges, the regret over spilled milk, leave them at the base camp. You cannot carry them to the summit. The view from where you are going is worth the sacrifice of the baggage you are leaving behind. If you are ready to drop the heavy baggage and claim the summit, leave a comment below saying, "I travel light." Let the universe know you are releasing the old to grab hold of the new. There is a mystery to this date, December 28th. It falls in the space between the celebration of the old year and the birth of the new. It is a liminal space, a threshold. In ancient traditions, these days were seen as time out of time, moments where the veil between the physical and the spiritual is thinnest. This is why you feel the intensity. You are walking through the veil. What you decide in these hours, the mindset you adopt, the frequency you choose to embody, will set the trajectory for the entire coming cycle. You are the architect of your next chapter, and the pen is in your hand right now. Do not let the fear of the unknown stop you. The unknown is simply the place where your new life lives. It is the canvas waiting for your art. The chosen are pioneers. They are the ones who go first into the unknown territory to show others that it is safe. You are a waymaker. By healing yourself, you heal your lineage. By rising above poverty consciousness, you break the cycle for your children. By conquering your addiction to fear, you liberate those around you. Your ascension is a service to humanity. So, as December 28th approaches and passes, stand tall. Shoulders back, head high, spirit open. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the master of your destiny. The universe is not punishing you, it is polishing you. The heat you feel is not a fire of destruction, it is the kiln of creation. You are being made into a vessel capable of holding more light, more love, and more abundance than you ever thought possible. The heights are calling. The air is crisp and clean. The noise of the world is fading below you. You are ascending, chosen one. And the view from the top is magnificent. Trust the process, trust the timing, trust the one who chose you. You are exactly where you need to be to get to where you are going. December 28th is your launch pad. The countdown has begun. The engines of your soul are igniting. You are cleared for takeoff. You will ascend to unimaginable heights. Believe it, receive it, walk in it. If you have received this message, if it has struck a chord in the deep strings of your heart, do not leave this circle without subscribing. We are building a community of those who refuse to stay on the ground. Like this video to seal the energy. And remember to comment 77 to lock in your blessings. You are loved, you are guided, and you are protected. Now, go and rise. Characters, with spaces. 3982, the ascension of the chosen. Script. This rising, however, is not a journey without its shadows. As you elevate your frequency, you may notice that the air around you changes, becoming thinner and more rarefied. The things that used to satisfy you, certain conversations, specific foods, old forms of entertainment, may suddenly feel empty or even repulsive. This is not a sign of depression. It is a sign of refinement. Your soul is developing a more sensitive palate. You are no longer hungry for the artificial. You crave the authentic. This shift can be disorienting because it often leads to a period of solitude. You might look around and feel that no one understands the language your heart is now speaking. Do not fear this solitude. It is the cocoon phase. The caterpillar must disintegrate completely before it can reassemble as a butterfly. If you are feeling isolated, know that you are in the sacred laboratory of the spirit. You are being shielded from outside influences so that you can hear the quiet guidance of your own intuition. This is a time of deep restructuring. The universe is rewiring your nervous system to handle more light, more truth, and more power. If you have felt this sudden need for withdrawal and quiet, like this video to honor your own need for sanctuary, it is a sign that you are prioritizing your inner world over external validation. As you walk this path, you will also begin to experience the mirror effect with greater intensity. Your presence will start to trigger those who are not ready to face their own shadows. You may find that people react to you with unexplained irritation or jealousy, even when you have done nothing but exist in your joy. Do not take this personally. Your light is shining into their dark corners, revealing the dust they have tried to hide. You are a walking catalyst. You do not need to defend yourself or dim your light to make them comfortable. A lighthouse does not move because the captain of a ship is confused. It stands firm to provide a reference point. Stand firm in your frequency. This is also why you must be vigilant about your energy. You are becoming a high-precision instrument. In the past, you might have been able to tolerate negative environments or toxic gossip for hours. Now, 5 minutes of it might leave you physically exhausted. This sensitivity is a gift, not a weakness. It is your guidance system telling you exactly where you belong and where you do not. Listen to your body. It is the barometer of your soul. If a situation makes your stomach tighten or your energy drop, trust that signal immediately. You are learning to navigate by vibration rather than by obligation. And amidst these changes, watch for the synchronicities. The universe will start leaving breadcrumbs to let you know you are on the right track. You might see the same numbers repeating, hear a song that answers a question you just thought of, or meet someone who speaks directly to your current situation. These are not accidents. They are the universe winking at you, confirming that the matrix is responding to your new program. If you have been seeing 1111, 222 or other repeating patterns, leave a comment below with the numbers you see most often. Let us map out the signs together. You are also being called to master the art of surrender. This is perhaps the hardest part for the ego. The ego wants a map, a schedule, and a guarantee. The spirit works on trust, flow,